And finally, the tariff war has begun. How will this affect you in 2025? And will the interest rates drop in 2025? Wondering if this is the right time to buy or sell a home in 2025? And what if I tell you that the new US tariffs is going to make all of these things a lot more complicated? And spoiler alert, I have come with bad news, but also with a small ray of hope. Let's get into it. So, what's happening? Forget the US. For Canada, this trade war means higher costs, slower trades, and potential job losses. This isn't just an issue for businesses. It's something that every Canadian will feel, whether you're shopping for groceries, filling up your gas tank, or thinking about buying a home. I'll tell you something. Inflation is going to hit hard in 2025. Whenever costs go up, inflation follows. But inflation is not just one single thing. It comes in different forms, and we are about to see a mix of all three forms. The main types of inflation are cost push inflation, demand pull inflation, imported inflation. What is cost push inflation? Tariffs will increase the cost of production for many businesses. When they pay more, they pass on those costs to the consumers to keep their profit margin even. So this is when the basic cost of raw materials and other goods is pushing the ultimate price of the goods or service. So this is a cost push inflation. So expect to see more inflated prices on appliances, vehicles, etc. The second type is demand pull inflation. These tariffs could majorly affect the supply chains that has been there for a long time. And when that intricate supply chain get disturbed, it slows down and eventually fewer goods make its way to Canada. But the demand stays the same, but the supply comes down. At that time, the demand pulls the prices up, and that's called a demand pull inflation. And this could majorly affect the groceries and fruits and vegetables that are majorly coming from US, and they end up becoming more and more expensive. And the third category is imported inflation. If the Canadian dollar weakens compared to the US dollar, imports become more expensive. That means higher costs for electronics, clothing, and some groceries as well. Are we heading for a recession? Higher costs and slower trade could push Canada into a recession. Usually, during recession, the inflation drops because people and businesses spend less. When that happens, central banks usually reduce the interest rates, as they did during COVID, to give a booster shot to the economy. But this time, there's a catch. We might get hit with something called stagflation. Stagflation is when the economy slows down, but the prices still keep increasing. This is a worst case scenario for consumers because job losses go up, but everyday expenses will not come down. So, will the interest rate drop? Probably not. This time, the Bank of Canada may have to keep the rates high or increase it even higher to fight the cost push inflation. The economy will slow down, but the borrowing costs will not come down. That means mortgage rates, credit card interest rates, interest for business loans, line of credits, all of them are going to remain high or even increase. How 2025 is going to treat the real estate market? There is something that buyers and sellers need to know. A combination of high home prices and higher interest rates is going to create a challenging market. Here's what it means to you. For buyers, expect the prices to keep rising, and interest rates will remain high or even increase a little bit, making it difficult to get a loan. Your affordability will come down while the price is still going up. If you're a buyer who is willing and able to buy, being proactive is the key. Waiting too long, as many of the buyers did during COVID, may not work out for you in 2025. And for sellers, whether you make money or lose money totally depends on when you bought the property and what your carrying costs are. If you need to understand how these changes will apply to your specific situation, contact me, Realtor Alex Abraham. I can help you create a custom plan to identify the best time to buy or sell a property. Yes, the next 2 years will be tough. Prices will rise, interest will rise, and the economy will slow down. But here is that small glimpse of good news for Canada. Canada will be more self reliant. More manufacturing will shift back to Canada. We will export more, making our economy stronger in the long run. So, while the short term is going to be difficult, I believe this shift could build a more resilient and independent Canada. If you are wondering how these things will affect your buying or selling plan, don't wait till the prices and interest rates go even higher. Let's talk now and let's create a plan that is tailored to your specific situation. If you have any other questions or concerns, drop in the comment box and I will get back to you as soon as possible. And as always, if you learned something new, like, follow, and comment as usual. Take care.